Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to cover some more of the Qur'an. In a previous video I covered the first 10 verses of Surah Baqarah, and in this video I'm going to carry on and have a go at doing the next 10 verses. So from Surah Baqarah chapter Surah Baqarah, verse 11 through to 20. So we'll give it a go. And I'll recite first in Arabic, then I'll read it out loud in English, and we'll see what we can come up with, right? So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون ألا إنهم هم مفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا أنؤمن كما آمن السفهاء ألا إنهم هو سفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بهدى فما تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاء ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله يحيط بالكافرين يكاد برق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشى فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. So that's in Arabic and in English. When it is said to them, make not mischief on the earth, they say, why, we only want to make peace. Of a surety, they are the ones who make mischief, but they realize it not. When it is said to them, believe as the others believe, they say, shall we believe as the fools believe? Nay, of a surety, they are the fools, but they do not know. When they meet those who believe, they say, we believe, but when they are alone with the evil ones, they say, we are really with you, we were only jesting. God will throw back their mockery on them and give them rope in their trespasses, so they will wander like blind ones to and fro. These are they who have bartered guidance for error, but their traffic is profitless, and they have lost true direction. Their similitude is that of a man who kindled a fire. When it lighted all around him, God took away their light and left them in utter darkness, so they could not see. Deaf, dumb, and blind, they will not return to the path. Or of another similitude is that of a rain-laden cloud from the sky. In it are zones of darkness and thunder and lightning. They press their fingers in their ears to keep out the stunning thunderclap, the while they're in terror of death. But God is ever around the rejectors of faith. The lightning all but snatches away their sight. Every time the light helps them, they walk therein, and when the darkness grows on them, they stand still. And if God willed, he could take away their faculty of hearing and seeing, for God has power over all things. So, it's a very powerful warning. It's a very powerful reminder, and it tells us the reality of basically those who may not be so true in their claim to being believers. So I'll just go through line by line, verse by verse, and we'll see what we can come up with. And I'll just say how I interpret these verses. So firstly, when it is said to them, make not mischief on the earth, they say, why we only want to make peace. So basically, I guess when they hear these verses that say make not mischief on the earth, or any kind of reminder about having fear of God, they say why we only want to make peace. So my understanding of this is either they are so false that they are basically trying to deceive others by saying, look, we only want to make peace, or they really have such a veil over their hearts that they really are saying that they want to make peace, and then they lose their religion within a second and they go back to wrongdoing. So that's my understanding of this verse. Now, the next verse, of a surety, they are the ones who make mischief, but they realize it not. So again, this is kind of the same thing as I've just said. The ones who are false to themselves, they swear by Allah that they have faith, that they believe in God, and then they go and make mischief. So it says here as well, but they realize it not. So they claim to be believers, and then they go out and make mischief. So what's the reality of their faith? I guess it goes back to what I've just said. They don't realize what they're doing, so they're so blind to the reality of their actions that they aren't the ones of faith, essentially. So the next verse, when it is said to them, believe as the others believe, they say, shall we believe as the fools believe? Nay, of a surety they are the fools, but they do not know. So basically, there are some people who think they can get away with covering their hypocrisy with words when they basically are reminded of their religion. They basically say, shall we believe as these idiots over here who say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and they think they can cover their hypocrisy with words. However, this verse is essentially a reminder that no, these people who make an outward show of their faith, they are the fools, but they do not know. They are so blind by whatever has gotten them into this state, whether it's sin or just outright hypocrisy. And essentially they do not know. Whatever you say to them, it's not going to make much of a difference because they're essentially blind. So when they meet those who believe, they say we believe, but when they're alone with the evil ones, they say we are really with you, we are only jesting. So this is really hard to kind of comprehend, that you can be with people who, when you're with them, they say, I swear I'm a Muslim, whatever. And then when they're with others, they say, no, we're with you guys. So I guess it's just the way it goes. And it's a big warning as well, essentially that if we ever do this ourselves, it's a big red flag. And this essentially puts the seal on the heart. When we're two-faced, God will punish us. He'll block all goodness from us, and we'll become like the hypocrites, right? So the next verse, God will throw back their mockery on them and give them rope in their trespasses, so they'll wander like blind ones to and fro. So think you can fool God, right? I mean, come on, how stupid could you be to think that you could be false, not just to a human, because I mean we're limited by our understanding, but think you can fool the Creator? You just can't. And basically God will make these people seem like idiots, essentially. So that's my understanding of that verse. Now the next one. These are those who have bartered guidance for error, but their traffic is profitless and they have lost true direction. So basically, these people can't be guided. No matter how hard you wish good for them, they've already made a profitless trade. They have essentially said, look, I'm going to try to be both a believer and a hypocrite at the same time. You can't have both. It's just the way it goes. Yeah. So that's that verse. Now, the next one. The similitude is that of like a man who kindled a fire. When it lighted all around him, God took away their light and left them in utter darkness, so they could not see. So, I guess for me to explain this further, I would have to have a better metaphor. Basically, yeah, they have some kind of idea. Maybe they try to come up with a reason to not believe, and maybe this is like the fire that they kindle, and then as soon as they try to essentially outwit Allah, God takes away their light and humiliates them. So the next verse, deaf, dumb, and blind, they will not return to the path. So I've already kind of used this reality here that they're deaf, dumb, and blind. So you can try as hard as you can to tell these people this is the reality, and it's like they've already proved by their actions that they're going to do the wrong thing. So what can you do to wake these people up? It's a rhetorical question, right? So the next verse, another similitude is that of a rain-laden cloud from the sky. In it are zones of darkness and thunder and lightning. They press their fingers in their ears to keep out the stunning thunderclap, the wilder and the terror of death, but God is ever around the rejectors of faith. So I mean, it's a pretty vivid picture that Allah is giving us here in the Qur'an. They try to escape the reality of faith. They are essentially in a thicket of whatever their turmoil is, and basically it's saying here that God is everywhere, and he knows exactly what they're doing. And the last verse here, the lightning all but snatches away their sight. Every time the light helps them, they walk therein. And when the darkness grows on them, they stand still. And if God willed, he could take away their faculty of hearing and seeing. For God has power over all things. So, essentially it's the mercy of God that he has given them the ability to see, the ability to seek guidance. But they're so blind that whenever they walk, they walk a little bit, and when the darkness comes, they don't know what to do. They have such little vision, little capacity for understanding, and basically, it's God's mercy. It's saying here that he could take away their faculty of hearing and seeing, but it's God's mercy that He allows them to keep on doing their thing, right? I guess this goes to the reality of free will, that He gives us the ability to choose either hypocrisy or not, and basically it's saying that these people are essentially blind. They walk around trying to escape the reality of religion, and I guess as a final point here, God has power over all things. So He knows exactly what these people are up to, and what can you do, right? So that's my explanation of the next 10 verses from 11 to 20 of Surah Baqarah. I'll probably keep on going through this whole surah. It's one that I know quite well. I've read it countless times, and hopefully this is helping anyone out there who wants a bit more of an explanation, or a bit more sort of rigor about their understanding of this chapter of the Qur'an. If it's helping anyone, then alhamdulillah, and stay tuned for more. So thank you very much, and have a good day.